Corruption in Pakistan, like in many other countries, stems from a complex mix of political, economic, and social factors. Here are some of the key reasons contributing to widespread corruption in Pakistan: political instability. Frequent changes in government and political instability have weakened governance structures. This creates an environment where officials and politicians prioritize personal gains over national interests. Weak rule of law. Pakistan's law enforcement and judicial systems are often perceived as inefficient and compromised. The lack of swift and fair punishment for corrupt activities allows corruption to flourish. Poor regulatory framework. Ineffective regulation and oversight of sectors like public procurement, taxation, and banking contribute to a lack of accountability. Patronage politics. In Pakistan, political connections often determine success in business and government appointments. This system of patronage fosters corruption as politicians reward loyal supporters with lucrative contracts and government jobs, often at the expense of merit and fairness. Nepotism. Hiring and promotions based on relationships rather than merit are common, leading to inefficient management and further corruption. Economic hardships. With a significant portion of the population living below the poverty line, many people, including government officials, may resort to corruption as a means of survival or improving their financial standing. Unemployment and low wages, low salaries for government employees, and a lack of opportunities create incentives for accepting bribes or engaging in corrupt practices. Opaque systems. Public sector operations in Pakistan often lack transparency, making it easier for corrupt activities to go unnoticed. This is especially prevalent in areas like public procurement, resource management, and infrastructure development. Ineffective anti-corruption agencies. While Pakistan has anti-corruption bodies like the National Accountability Bureau (NAB), these agencies are often seen as politicized and ineffective, focusing on selective enforcement rather than comprehensive reforms. Social acceptance. In some cases, corruption is normalized or even expected as a way of getting things done. Bribery, for instance, may be seen as a necessary evil to expedite processes in a slow bureaucratic system. Lack of civic engagement. Low levels of public awareness and participation in holding officials accountable contribute to the persistence of corruption. People may feel powerless to challenge corruption or lack the means to do sovereign aid mismanagement. Pakistan relies on foreign aid, and mismanagement or misuse of this aid has often led to corruption. This is compounded by weak oversight mechanisms for how aid is distributed and utilized. Geopolitical pressures. Pakistan's strategic location often brings in international interference and vested interests, which sometimes exacerbate corrupt practices within political and military elites. Military dominance. Pakistan's military has historically held significant influence over political and economic affairs, which has sometimes resulted in a lack of accountability for military expenditures and activities. The intertwining of the military with business and political affairs can contribute to corruption, as transparency in military-related dealings is often limited. Education system. The education system in Pakistan often does not emphasize civic responsibility, ethics, or anti-corruption values, leaving citizens ill-equipped to fight corruption. Reluctance for reform. Efforts to reform corrupt systems are often met with resistance from vested interests who benefit from maintaining the status quo. Corruption in Pakistan is a multifaceted issue rooted in weak institutions, socioeconomic challenges, and a lack of accountability. Addressing corruption requires comprehensive reforms that strengthen governance, promote transparency, and ensure equitable economic development. This is a long-term process that involves not only the government but also civil society, businesses, and international partners.